Hello, everyone out there. This is Fishsticks, joined by Remix, and we are here today to bring you an epic match and actually a rematch for the number one spot on the Team Warfare League ladder. It is going to be VeX versus ePidemic, with, of course, the amazing production by Dodge Pong. So, thank you all for tuning in and get hyped because we are in for hopefully yet another night of exciting Tribes Ascend action. Remix. If you'd like to say hello to everyone out there before we jump into things.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here, man. I was able to catch the last game between these two teams, and the game, it went back and forth. It's basically, if you guys don't know, Epidemic runs a D stack on their side of the field, and they're known for it, and they're extremely good at it. They're efficient, and on the other side, you have Vex, who runs the O stack, and pretty great to see both of these strategies clash. It's basically a clash of the titans, man. The last game was back and forth. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes and what the two teams did to prepare for the game, ahead, because they just had a game a few days ago, and
Absolutely, and we're going to jump into a quick interview. David Bowie has talked to Trism GG from Epidemic and Guitar Guy from Vex. So let's jump into that interview, and after that point, we'll be doing a little bit more analysis and jumping right into the game. So stay tuned. Interviews on the docket.
All right, and we are here with Trism GG from Team Epidemic. Trism, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Excited to face Vex here again.
Yeah, it's gonna be about the third time in a week or two, and they've been really good games the last two times. Very, very close. I think both of them have come down to basically like a 1 point in overtime or something, determining who would end up winning or losing the series. Do you think tonight's gonna be as close?
Yeah, I think it's honestly anybody's game between us. It's just who executes better tonight is gonna probably become the champion. Yeah, it's probably gonna be another 1 point game. I think it's gonna be really close. So can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
Cool. So, you said it's gonna be really close. Blitz said close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. What do you think about that? Do you think that you guys are evenly matched, or and you're gonna prove that tonight, or do you think that they have the slight edge? How do you guys feel coming into this about your chances?
I don't think anybody really has an edge. It's just gonna be who comes out on top. I mean, who's gonna get that lucky last cap? That's basically what it came down to in the last two games. So I definitely don't think they have more skill than us. That's for sure.
Okay, cool. So we're going to see that in the field. Now the maps, I think are going to be somewhat similar. It's going to be, I think I saw Crossfire in there maybe. What is it? Is it Crossfire, Cata, and Drydock or Arx?
It is Cata, Arx, and Crossfire. Yep. But unfortunately, TWL gets to pick. The defending team gets to pick two maps. So again, they pick Cata and Arx. So
I see. So those are their map two that they feel strongest on. You guys feel pretty good about Crossfire. Do you think, which of those maps do you think you have the best shot on, and which would you say you feel the weakest on?
well,
At
we
least
got
versus them in particular.
yeah, we got a little something special for them tonight. So you guys better look out. Yeah, we're definitely feeling confident on all maps, and I think we're gonna surprise some people tonight.
Okay, good. Yeah, that was going to be my other question was, having played all these games, you've seen what works and what doesn't. As you said, they've been close. They've largely come down to execution, but I was kind of wondering if you guys had something up your sleeve, a good counter that you'd come up with to stop their strategy.
Yep, I don't want to ruin anything, but we definitely have something different planned tonight. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, sounds good. Well, I'll look forward to it. Do you have any parting words or, any hype talk or, anything you want to get out there before the games get going?
Not really, man. Just looking forward to having another fun time, good games, and yep, looking forward to the result.
All right, man. Thanks a bunch, Trism. Good luck tonight, and we'll be looking forward to see how it goes.
All right, GG's.
All right, and now we are joined by Guitar Guy from Vex. Guitar Guy, how you guys feeling about the game tonight?
Well, you see, I starred in the Terminator movies, so I feel pretty good about going up against the robots as I was one. And I think everyone trusts me to take them to the chopper and win the game.
All right, so this is going to be more of like a Terminator 2 than a Terminator 1 sort of situation, is what you're saying?
Yes, but starring in Terminator 1 when I tried to destroy other humans is also going to help because I know our weaknesses.
So, tell me about what's your master plan for taking down the robots? Is it going to be the same as last time, or do you guys have a new way of dealing with the menace?
Well, I mean, I tried to get Hydras to put lava in the game, but they refused my request, so we are going to have to go through and just kill them with machine guns and probably Sentajama packs.
All right, man. Well, that sounds like a pretty good plan. Any last words for the fans, or any last words for Epidemic tonight before you get ready to start the game?
I'll be back.
All right, folks. Thanks again, Guitar Guy, for joining us, and we look forward to getting these games going soon.
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty hype right there. I actually really like the responses from both teams. It sounds like they're both relatively confident, and I do think the Arnold Schwarzenegger will do well against the robots, the infamous robots over on Epidemic's side. And one thing I'd like to throw out there about this match is these two teams have actually played twice recently. Both of those times have gone to the third map. And in that third map, the winning team has won by 1 cap. So we're going to see very close games. Anyway, we're going to kick it to a quick break here. And when we come back, we'll do a little bit of analysis on the rosters, and we'll jump right into the games live first here on Catabatic. All right, guys, thanks for bearing with us, and we are back now. Going to take a little bit of a closer look at the rosters here, as they should be popping up on your screen. I'm going to let Remix do the majority of the talking here, as he does have the competitive insight. But Catabatic's first map, it's obvious. TWL gives the higher seed the first map pick, so this was a pick by Team VeX. Why don't we go ahead and start talking about Catabatic here, Remix?
Well, it's one of those maps that can be very one-sided, but judging from the last game that these two teams had, man, it was just back and forth the whole game. It was kind of hard to predict who it would have went to at certain points in the game. I mean, Epi came out with the beginning lead, and then VeX came right back. It was just kind of back and forth the whole game. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, you heard Trism GG saying there that they have new strategies. It's going to be very interesting to see how both teams kind of adapted to each other since the last game, because I think they both surprised each other in different ways.
Yeah, definitely. Over on VeX, you've got Blitz, Tastyham, Duck Ranger, Implosions, Guitar Guy, Hydroxide, Naka. Now, you're going to see Blitz. Obviously, everyone knows this guy's a pretty beast capper in the game of Tribes Ascend. He's well known for sort of mixing it up, not doing the back routes every single time like a lot of other cappers sort of settled into doing. Sort of patented the term front to blitz, where he just does front to back routes that seem like they're kind of lame, but he gets away. That's definitely a guy to watch out for on that team. Guitar Guy, we got to see him do a ton of fragging in the last match, where Epidemic did go down to VeX in 3 maps. Another person on VeX that I'm definitely going to be watching again is Implosions. I feel like this guy is the spiritual successor to Fire. His LD chase is absolutely ridiculous, and all of this is keeping in mind that VeX is playing usually with 5 on offense and only 2 on defense, so Implosion is definitely a key player for VeX. You want to run down the Epidemic roster real quick?
Sure. So first we have ll-blu-j, Convict. This is the Epidemic side. They're running on Blood Eagle. Mystical Rush, Trism GG, Lion GG, Source, and Mu G, I was told to pronounce his name that way. On the Diamond Sword side, we have the VeX squad. So we have Gigabit, Blitz, Tastyham, Implosions, Guitar Guy, Hydroxide, and Duck Ranger. So judging off the rosters, these guys have their A squads, and they're ready to do it.
Yeah, definitely. With the Epidemic team, we saw so many clutch plays from Lion GG. I think he got one of the most ridiculous flag returns I've ever seen in the last time these two teams played. talking about other guys on this team, both of these teams, it's important to note, have been around for a while. They've been around since the earlier parts of Tribe's Ascend competition. But when they first launched, they weren't exactly top teams, but they've stayed consistent. There's been a lot of roster shakeups in the top teams in the North American scene, and now these teams are considered, a lot of people are saying VeX might be the best, but all of that is up to be seen as we have NA Tribes coming down the pipeline, and just 20 seconds until we jump into the first map in this best of 3 here for the TWL #1 spot on the ladder. And we'll be taking a look closely as this match kicks off. Again, big shout-outs to Dodge Pong, and the epic production that you have here makes Tribe so much more enjoyable. Here we go, live on the first map, here for #1 spot on TWL. Let's take a look at how these teams begin their offenses and set up their defenses.
I noticed defensively, Implosion's here right away, straight away getting over to the side to see if he can get a spot on the capper. And just take control of the right side of the map here, where basically the biggest threat of a fast cap coming in front to back on the stand it's the biggest threat there on the right side to set up route it.
Yeah, very interesting play. We saw that really good teams early on in Ascend history were moving to the midfield. Their light defense were always moving out early on, and I'm going to scratch that thought because we have a back cap. Lion GG in the soldier outfit is moving completely unopposed. Where in the heck is the VeX defense right now? That's right, they don't really exactly have a defense all the time, as Lion GG is making it all the way home. On the other side, we have Tasty Ham out on an equally impressive sort of back route there, and he is completely gone scot-free. Now the Diamond Sword flag does go down, but picked up by Convict, and he's probably going to be able to hold on to this as blue players are far and few between over on the Blood Eagles side. And we've seen a little bit of a reset here. Hydroxide and Duck Ranger are moving. Duck Ranger, as you see, actually in that Infiltrator kit, probably trying to move up for a Sonic Punch. Yes, here he comes in for the Sonic Punch, but it looks like Epi is set up as they generally do in this standoff position remix.
Oh yeah, these guys don't waste any time getting straight to it. It's straight off into standoff positions. Standoff setup, and it's going to be interesting to see what they do here, because right now I noticed that VeX only has 2 on defense, but with the strong offense they're able to keep a lot of people back. With the threat, they stay back to defend. So here we go, we have a crash here on the VeX side.
Yeah, taking a look, Kikabit's actually in danger of going down here. No, he does indeed survive for just a little bit longer, and now all is good on the Diamond Sword front. Going to switch on over back to the Blood Eagle side of things, where Epidemic is holding the flag. Let's get over that a little bit more quickly. As you can see, you've got turrets and mines all over the place. I think there's even a jammer, yes indeed, and an inventory station to boot, so robots indeed. Duck Ranger still trying to play a little sneaky. He's just biding his time. He's got to move in when the timing is right, but can he do it? He's going to probably wait for Blitz. Now Blitz coming in high here. He takes one snipe. Guitar Guy also crashing at the same time. So it's 3, make it 4. In comes some Mervs. So Mervs crashing, Blitz crashing. Guitar Guy is distracting. And now is Duck Ranger's chance to move in. Here he comes. Yeah, will he do it? Coming forward. Where's that Sonic Punch? Looking to get it. Can't seem to find the opportunity. Close. There it is.
It's loose.
Oh,
there goes.
Duck Ranger gets the return. What do you see in Remix?
Oh, the other side, man. It's clean here on this side. There's nobody here on this side. There should be an easy cap. Implosions does fall, but still, there's nobody.
Wow. So, Epidemic was able to get out with that flag in less than a minute, it felt like. But the standoff does go to VeX's favor. I like that Duck was he was very patient in that situation. He waited for teammates. Guitar Guy was doing the right thing, trying to just distract as much as he could. In came the Mervs, and a nice coordinated play will make for the first cap here for VeX.
I've got to say what these teams are setting up here on their next run attempts. The gens were up, the farm was up, and it's interesting to see that they didn't take out the generator before moving in there. They were still able to get the return, so definitely big play there for VeX.
Yeah, and as you mentioned that, it does look like the generator is still up for the Epidemic team. That doesn't seem like VeX really cares all that much about all the robots. But again, the generator has been down for VeX, so usually in the beginning of a Tribes Ascend match, you'll see both teams go directly towards the generator at least a good 80-90% of the time. So interesting choice there by VeX. It seems to be working out for them as Tasty Ham now has a nice grab, moving a solid 270, and he might actually try for some esports here. Implosion will be thrusting his way over to that flag. He should be able to get it, although in comes some Epidemic guys are trying to crash this. Where are they? They're nowhere near. There's a Mystical Rush finally arriving to the scene, but a little bit too late. Implosions is going to be able to use his chain gun to get the kill there, and now we'll walk very, very slowly across Catabatic home.
Well, it was actually Source that was able to buy them some more time by getting the key snipe there. The flag dropped, as you see that they're moving slowly, so Epi does have time to create something here on the other side.
And here you have both the GG brothers hanging out by the flag stand, doing what they can, but it seems like they're a little bit out of sorts with their team. Now finally both generators are down, and the flag continues to move. Now what's your priority if you're Epidemic in this position with the flag moving oh so slowly? Are you going to try to go for that flag kill or just get the flag off the stand?
It's difficult because sometimes you go for the for the flag off the stand, as we're saying that they're about to cap. There goes cap number 2. But yeah, it's difficult. It's a difficult decision, and I guess you have to figure that out as you go. Because sometimes you can go for the flag, as you saw somebody did there a little too early, and that only gave VeX control of their flag as a result. So, yeah.
Good stuff as we move past the 20-minute mark. And it looks like, let's take a look at these offenses. Guitar Guy moving across midfield in the Brute outfit. Again, we've seen Tribes Ascend sort of diversify. For a while there, people were essentially only Pathfinder, Raider, and maybe Juggernaut here or there, but now we see pretty much all of the classes are getting some fair due as Guitar Guy does make his way down into the generator room. It looks like the Blood Eagle generator is actually down, so I'm not sure what he's doing there. I'm going to take a look at some other action here as we see Hydroxide setting up for what looks to be some high-angled clearing here, dropping the cluster grenades onto that stand, and in comes Tasty Hand. Cluster grenades actually worked very well there, Remix.
They did. I was actually noticing the Blitz and Tasty coming in together. Oh, they're out on the other side, actually. Convict out through the middle, clean. It's going to be, looks like another standoff if Blitz could pick this up. But yeah, the double cap is what's letting them get these caps out. I mean, they're running it great. The coordination is amazing. And that's what's the success of the VeX off.
Now it looks like the Diamond Sword flag is home, and ll-blu-j is contesting the flag in the field, but unable to get it. Tasty Ham with the well-placed disc launcher shot right there is going to move home slowly, and now Gigabit passed off to a guy with a little bit more health. Nice play, I like to see that. And we're seeing something a little bit more one-sided here as we're only a few minutes into the game and looking to pad their score 3-0 does VeX. And it looks like, I gotta say, the Epi offense has been a little bit of out of sorts here on Catabatic. They haven't really been able to find their rhythm yet, and I'm sort of wondering what they can do. Is it shifting someone off from defense? Is it just coordinating better? What do you think, Remix?
I think it relies on the success of the offense. If the offense is able to move the flag, then what you could do is essentially create a standoff and hopefully win that. Right now, the VeX's defense is holding so well. Also, with Epi running short-handed offense, I guess you could say, they don't have anybody on the other side of the field to create a crash on this side. So if you see VeX's cap, it's so clean, it's so easy. It seems to be, at least, because there's just no bodies there to make any kind of play.
I mean, I only see 3 Epidemic guys on defense right now. Guitar Guy is harassing as Tasty Ham does set up in the wings. Now it looks like there's 4 Epidemic at home, as Mystical Crush does spawn, but it doesn't look like they're doing the solid 5D stack like we did see in the previous match. Now Tasty Ham high in the air as Hydroxide doing a little bit of clearing. Let's see as he comes in. Actually, Tasty Ham does get hit for some substantial damage, but it's Gigabit on the other end, and he misses that route. I swear to God, we saw this guy miss the exact same route in the previous match, just smacking into the pillar there, a little bit off on his route going offense.
There were a lot of bodies. You never know. Maybe he just knew there was no way. But if you look at the timing between these caps, and it was Blitz and Tasty Ham last time. That time it was Blitz and Gigabit. So, and then the timing between these caps is just, very impressive. It's so close in timing. It's extremely hard to defend against something like that.
And now we see Convict high in the air with the Soldier class. Snipe barely misses, so this should be a nice run for Epidemic. They've got 3 guys near the flag stand trying to do some damage, but no, Convict gets smashed with it looks like a chain gun bullet or something along those lines, but not able to regen his health there. Trism GG now making his way home, but slowly. He's got friends on this side of the map, but they weren't exactly close to him. They weren't exactly helping out. And now
this is on the other side. Yeah, it looks like he's about to die, but he does have Tasty him. There's a little bit of crash going on here. VeX and Epi. Oh. Mystical gets chained out. They have the flag and they're walking it slow.
What? I thought Epi was just about to return that, and then it was suddenly in Hydroxide's hand, but all moot point for now. And I'd like to take a look at Epi's offense and try to figure out what's going on here. And now we see Lion GG at the flag stand, just trying to stay alive, but it doesn't look like anyone's close. Convict on the back route. Can this two-man offense work here? Convict isn't even moving all that quickly, but yes, he does get out with a reasonable amount of health. Quickly sniped down, and that flag run is shut down.
Hydroxide finished him off with the chain gun there. Yeah, it was a nice snipe. They did see it coming. And they did, fortunately, have some offensive players to help out a little bit, even though it didn't seem like they needed the help.
And now with the punt play, we've seen popularized in Tribes Ascend, just trying to get the flag anywhere but on the flag stand. It's a reasonable play. On a larger map like Catabatic, it's a little bit more difficult, though. Now let's take a look over at the Diamond Sword flag stand, as we do have a lot of action going on. It looks like a ton of guys are crashing. No, sorry, I meant the Blood Eagle flag stand. Tasty Ham almost got the nice back cap, but a clutch Nitron will send that flag out of his hands. But Gigabit's on a route here. I don't know if they see him. Muji was not on the stand, so Gigabit's soldier route, 100% health, moving over 260 kilometers. So this should easily be a flag all the way home.
Convict is out on the other side. The flag is down. ll-blu-j is here to pick it up. But yeah, what opened the window there for Gigabit was that they returned the flag a little too early. And who got the return? I missed the return on the other side.
I missed who got the return, but came in pretty quickly for that return. And now Gigabit looks to get the 4th cap here for VeX. So this game is running away very quickly for the Epidemic team. And they've definitely got to change something up here. What is the question, though? I mean, both generators are down yet again. Epi can't set up, they can't utilize their robots to help on defense right now. Trism GG and Lion GG look like they're going to be doing the light offense distract here, as Convict is out in the wings, but Convict goes down to Implosion in the middle of the field. Implosion,
yeah.
I'd say, is almost the MVP of the last game, and I think he's doing he's making a case for himself yet again here.
I think that's your answer, when you ask what is happening here offensively for Epi. Implosions is doing a great job countering their basically single capper. As I say that, Trism GG does have the flag.
Nice crash as Blitz and Tasty Ham come in at the same point in time. Tasty Ham is a soldier. He's actually going to hit the out-of-bounds grid. I'm going to switch over to the other flag. It is in the field. Duck Ranger with the easy return, so back over to Tasty Ham we go. He's got a Shrike on his ass, so now going to have to deal with that, and 2 Epidemic Chasers, so he's just going to try to get that flag into the midfield, but no dice. Should be a return here. But Blitz is coming straight through the middle. Guitar Guy is actually going to pass straight into the middle of the map, but no one was really there to get it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it did land right there in front of the cave. I had a sneaking suspicion that Guitar Guy might have been doing that on purpose to kind of force a return and kind of get people a little bit out of position. Trism GG is out on the other side. It looks pretty clean so far.
All right, first major opportunity here for Epidemic to put a point on the board. Not only do they have the flag moving quickly, but their flag is in an easily defensible position, ready to return whenever. But Implosions is caught on the tail here. Can he get the Nitron? Can he get the midair? No. Hydroxide is there to get the quick pickup of the Blood Eagle flag, able to prevent that cap just for a moment here. And now it looks like VeX is on the flag. They're trying to get that. Implosions is there, and unable to save that flag grab is Epidemic.
That's very nice return. Very nice return. Convict out on the middle. Yeah, I mean, Implosions, he just stuck it out there. Nobody seemed to turn around and shoot him. It might be a good idea next time for Epi, because yeah, he did get that return all by himself. If one more person was there, it might have been different.
Indeed. And it seems like Vic has really been the main solitary capper for Epi. We've seen VeX really popularize the strategy of 2 cappers at once, especially here on Catabatic. It makes so much sense to have more than one capper. Convic is, of course, running that soldier class, and it looks like Trism GG and Convic are working together on tandem routes here. Unfortunately, they're about 4 or 5 seconds apart, though, and it looks like Duck Ranger has a perfect tell on this right now, so it's going to take quite a bit of a miracle on offense here to get these cappers through.
Epi is adjusting a little bit to Implosion's having success on killing Convict alone, or keeping track of him. You know, obviously with Gigabit is out with the flag. To finish the thought, obviously, you know, Implosion or the offense of VeX is calling out to Implosions where the cappers are leaving. So Trism GG is running the second capper with Convict now to try to correct that. Gigabit is out pretty clean here. Escort is coming to meet him.
Decides not to pass it. Actually, that's quite surprising considering how pass happy and how team oriented VeX has been, but he might make me eat my words as the flag now goes down right in front of the VeX base. Hydroxide going for the pickup. ll-blu-j gets the Nitron, and out goes the flag. Down goes Hydroxide, but down goes the chaser there as well. Now Gigabit relatively unopposed, going to get the 5th cap for his team. And now we're moving into the realm where it's not really, it's becoming increasingly unlikely for Epidemic to make a comeback. Almost in the realm of impossibility. It's got to start right now, right here, Remix.
Yeah, there's only enough time to go ahead and start capping, you know, with success, continuous success, to catch up here. It's going to be definitely difficult for them, but you know, they got to get some caps here though, just to, you know, for morale, just get, you know, a couple caps in before the next map, start thinking about the next map. But you know, it's not over yet. They could do it. It's just that something would have to change drastically in order for that to happen.
And again, look, let's take a look at Implosions as he moves out into the middle of the field to try to get this frag on Trism. Trism with just a sliver of health. Down he goes, so yet another offensive run just shut down by communication. It's the VeX offense who's calling this out. Implosion's moving out to intercept, and Duck Ranger's not far behind.
Absolutely, they're on top of every cap. You just can't sneak one by these guys. Flag almost out there for VeX, but mine did take him out from the hop.
So let's talk about these defensive positions a little bit. Duck Ranger is obviously doing a lot of work on defense for VeX. Obviously, Implosions is as well, moving out, getting those midfield kills. But let's go take a look at the Epidemic defense, see how they're setting up, what's going on over here. It mainly seems like they've just had a bunch of guys clustered on that flag stand, which has made it relatively easy for VeX to get in there with a Doombringer. As you see Blitz in that class right now, just do a lot of fragging damage. Also clearing.
Trism's out here. He's over the mid-hill.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he punted it.
So down it goes, and
that.
mid-air catch by Convic now, but he's not moving quick. Guitar Guy is well known for his fragging ability and now hot on the chase, but Convic does have friends. In comes Blitz from the top, raining Nitrons down, but none of those connect. Here's the first chance for a cap. Nice clutch pickup there by Guitar Guy, but no dice. First cap finally on the board for Epidemic.
There it goes. I mean, that's a great feeling right there, just to kind of get, you know, the jitters out and get that cap. Now they're, you know, feeling like, okay, guys, let's make something happen here. And who knows? Tasty Ham is out here, clean through the mid, not clean, half health. Punts it across mid.
Blitz is there. Can they catch up? ll-blu-j's not going fast enough. It's all going to come down to the sets, the chain gun bullets, but no, Blitz is smarter than that. He's going to punt it right into the hands of Gigabit, who essentially alley-oops it into the cap.
They instantly answer right back, yeah. I think when Convic is out here, actually, decently, no, he's getting some chain on him and a snipe. He is pretty low. If they can get out to escort him, they might be able to create something here.
Oh, duck behind the hill, man. Oh, you're still in the line of sight. He's got plenty of guys with line of sight. He needs Epidemic teammates to come meet him out here. Mystical Rush, is the guy, and actually a very well executed flag pass there. Didn't touch the ground in between hands, so that's always nice to see as Mystical Rush continues moving forward. Guitar Guy's the only guy left, and could see a second cap and actually almost on pace to make a comeback here, but no, Hydroxide comes out of nowhere.
Oh, that's frustrating. That's definitely frustrating. Trism GG, though, on the other side. Nobody was there to defend, so he's out through the mid. But he is there are 2 VeX guys there to meet him. So he's going to decide to take an alternate route on Chasty Ham is out as well through the mid. So there's going to be a pretty big crash here. Let's see if this does result in a standoff.
Trism GG is still alive and actually tries to punt it over the hill. Duck Ranger's right there to grab it. And can't get the mid-air grab, so still a chance, but no. Trism GG a little late on pulling the trigger there. Now it's on Convict. It's all on Convict to save another cap for his team. That flag makes it midfield, won't go any further, and we could see the 7th cap here for VeX. Yes, indeed, VeX will cap out of Catabatic. Now, Remix, what went wrong there for ePidemic?
I will tell you that for whatever reason, I don't know if there was communication between the offense, communicating to the defense where the cappers were. I don't know if it's because they're used to how their system of offense had kind of adjusted. I couldn't say without talking to them, but it does seem like, just observing between the last game and this one, that VeX did kind of tighten up the time that they were showing up to the stand together, so that the D stack wasn't able to single anybody out at any point in time. They were coming in, right on time together, and the clear, and also with the 2 cappers, the tandem cap was immaculately timed. It was great.
So it wasn't so much what went wrong for Epi, but it was what went right for VeX that really came into play there. God, I gotta say, I love Implosion moving out to that midfield spot. It's just awesome, and that offense just coordinating so well. But things are about to change up a little bit here as we're now on Crossfire, a map that does indeed tend itself towards more defensive-oriented play. So this is something that ePidemic is well known for. If you watch the last cast or any cast of them, you probably know the meme robots. So we'll see how robots do come into play. We're going to see mines all over that flag stand, turrets placed everywhere, and that generator is extremely hard to get down here on Crossfire. So just 2 more minutes remain before this map goes live. What are your expectations for Crossfire? Again, I will quickly mention that when these 2 teams did play earlier this week, it was actually on Dry Dock that ePidemic was able to pull out a win. It was not on Crossfire. Yeah, what are your thoughts going into this map?
I've actually, when I looked at the TWL, the maps here tonight, I was kind of surprised that Epi didn't pick Dry Dock. It might have been, like you said, it might have happened before. The pickings of the maps might have happened before the last match that these 2 teams have had, because Epi did have a lot of success on Dry Dock, but they also do have success here on this map. Their defense, or the map does cater to their style of defense greatly. So I think it's going to be closer games. It's not going to be as one-sided. Although these teams could make me eat my word. I mean, I don't know what to expect in Tribes these days. So anything could happen, man. I guess it's going to be exciting to see, how the 2 teams adjusted from the last time they played this map together as well.
Indeed, and guys, again, this is for the #1 spot on TWL. A TWL long-standing tribe supporter. I think their first game ever was Tribes 1, actually. I could be wrong about that. But up on the docket soon, we've got the North American Tribes League coming out relatively soon here. So this is actually, I think it's a good gauge of skill as we move into the NA Tribes League. It's a good gauge on how these teams play on all these different maps. Well, hopefully ePidemic will be able to pick up a win so we can see a 3rd map, which of course is going to be Arx, if it does go to that point. But yeah, definitely go out there, get your friends in here, post on IRC, post on Twitter, get people watching Tribes. It's an encouraging point in the history of Tribes, Ascend that is, as we do have a lot of cool news coming from High Res, a patch on the docket, NA Tribes around the corner, and of course awesome production and casting by Dodge Pong and crew. So just 20 seconds before we jump into the 2nd map here. Again, these teams will be facing off for the #1 spot on the TWL ladder.
Yeah, can I give a little bit of theory here?
Yeah,
this is just personal theory.
That's what you're here for, man. Go for it.
All right, well, these teams, they run the strong O and the strong D. What I mean by that is it's not the standard 4 offense or 4 defense. It's 5 offense or 5 defense, and that's what they generally run. We'll watch the team set up here, but I think that the metagame is extremely. It's ready to shift. It's going to make a huge shift in the next few months, in my opinion. And I think that these 2 teams have kind of set the ground for that to happen. They've set the path. The O stack versus the D stack. What I think ideally is going to evolve out of this is just a general mix of everything, all into one. You know, it's not going to be such a strong hold on O or D. It's going to be all across the map, just adjustments and reading your opponent and adjusting accordingly.
And I love this. Immediately 5 guys pushing together for the VeX offense here. They're now on the Blood Eagles side. Blitz did go down quickly, but still 4 guys pushing forward. None of them are really cappers. They're not trying to go fast. It's actually Blitz on the respawn who's now in the capper outfit. So I like the nice coordinated play, but actually unable to even push in. And just look at that Epi flag stand, man. That's like that's my nightmare if I'm capping in a pub, man. That's the worst thing ever.
Yeah. Where do you even approach it, honestly? I mean, there is an on-off switch, which is the generator, guys. You know, the generator will shut off all the assets, including the force fields, the turrets, and also the deployable turrets, or any deployables, really. So, you know, it's hard to get in there when they know that as well and do nothing but defend that as a team collectively on defense. They defend the generators because that's their strategy. So, you know, we'll see if they can break this. VeX can.
And here we go. Tasty Ham is actually capping in the Raider outfit, so it looks like Guitar Guy and Hydroxide doing some damage. Here on the ll-blu-j sees him. He's calling it out to his team, but Tasty Ham in and out, using that shield pack to try to tank as much damage as possible, and he's at the point where he should have punted it, could have punted it, unable to pull the trigger, and down there is the flag. Going to be a nice return there by Mystical Rush. And now ll-blu-j in the middle of the field trying to do some sort of damage here, but unable to find anyone. I guess he'll be helping his team on offense. Maybe not. No, actually doubling back to defense. So here we see, like, again, Convic is coming in, and it's not like he only had a few guys from his team. It's like he had nobody from his team there to help him. Trism GG was way behind. In that situation, I'd almost prefer him to K out and try again.
Oh yeah, for sure. I noticed that also VeX was all spawning in at the time, so they were able to help clean up on the defensive side as well. You know, Implosion seems to be, because Convic is running a soldier cap usually here, and Implosion seems to be his biggest threat, which is, you know, the Nitron understand that's what stopped him both these times. So it would be nice to see if Epi might get somebody on him and just kind of focus him, and, you know, leave it up to the sniper to try to finish out the soldier alone. Tasty Ham is out through the middle.
Tasty Ham's out through the middle. He's about 5 seconds away from home. Is Convic there in time? He's raining down nades from the top. He might be able to get the kill. No! Doesn't get the kill. He was in the position to do so, but unable to get it. And quick 1-0 lead here. As you know, we've seen a change in pace since these teams last played. It doesn't feel as frenetic. It doesn't feel as hyper, I guess, as the last time these two teams played, and that actually seems to be benefiting VeX even more so, as they're sort of running away with this here. Their defense is just doing phenomenally, shutting down the Epi offense. And again, here's Lion GG in the Raider outfit, trying to clear the stand, but for whom? There's no one there.
Right, yeah, the timing is definitely off, and if he goes down, then there will be nobody.
Nope, never mind.
Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be these two Implosions and also the sniper, which is, I'm sorry, Duck Ranger. Duck Ranger are able to shoot Convic without being contested too many times. Duck Ranger taking out Convic there with a nice sniper.
They already see him. Look at this. Convic's out in the wings. Implosion's moving to intercept. There's no way Convic is gonna get a health regen. No way.
Already on him. There's nothing he can do at this point.
How does Epi combat this? I think they just may need to rethink their D-stack.
Honestly, I mean, even at this point, something like a static grab, timing it a little better might work, a little better, because they do seem to be somewhat desperate as well. Although the defense is holding pretty strong, it is still a 1-0 game. Anything could happen, but yeah, they got to time it a little better here.
I think it's going to come down to punting the flag to one another on this map. It's so hard to get speed and evade the sniper in this map. Like, if you want to get going really quickly, you have to have these extremely high arcing routes, and that just makes you fodder for the enemy sniper. So what we've seen working for VeX is not necessarily the fastest routes, but these Raider pushes that allow the capper to sort of be unseen, stay out of the line of the sight of the defenders, and then coordinate on an offensive push. And it doesn't matter if you're only going like 180 or less, as long as you have a full health, a shield pack, and help once you get that flag.
I was actually just watching Convict leave there. Blitz turned around and put a spot on him because he passed him, turned right around. Blitz is coming in the back. See, nope, flag's not home. It's off the stand. But yeah, he did turn around and he must have put a spot on him saying that he's leaving right. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Convict die earlier than reaching the stand at this point, or somebody on him extremely early.
Yeah, Convict this is the first time. This is like the closest he's even made it to the stand. He actually opts to disc jump, which is like you stand even less of a chance. But oh wow, actually that nade did a ton of damage. Sort of a miracle clear there. Here's the punt. Where's the punt? Let's see the punt. For God's sakes. No
yeah,
punt.
definitely needed to punt there, for sure. And an easy return. Time to reset for both teams. Convict is high now. See, this is the point. When Convict is high on his route here, he's high on the right side. This is kind of where, you know, you want to start getting on offense to, you know, start putting pressure on the sniper. Because he's getting too many free shots ahead of time. Although Convict hasn't been spotted yet. But easily cleaned up.
He's just
They
alone.
did see him coming in. Yeah, no clear for him. Unfortunately, no clear for him. Yeah, it's not enough. Like I said, it comes down to the success of the offense in order to create the same type of game, and they're just not having any success at all. You know, I don't know if that speaks directly to VeX cleaning it up or on their side, or Epi just not being as effective on their side. You know?
So Implosions was literally on offense right there. And it doesn't even matter. They know they got the capper kill, so it's okay for Implosions to go on offense. They know it's going to be like another 10 seconds before, you know, that capper even starts on his route.
Yeah, and they haven't threatened with anything else, so there's no reason for him to worry about anything. He's completely comfortable moving across the middle of the map and helping out on offense.
See, and if you watch Tasty Ham coming in right now, this is the type of route that I think is more appropriate on a map like Crossfire. You're staying out of the line of sight, you're not moving that quickly, but you have a whole lot of health, fragging ability, and now he's made it all the way home. Lion GG's the only man who can make a play here! Oh,
that was so close. Now he's off the stand. I don't know if he's going to be able to do much here.
That was... Whoa.
Thomas did fall off the stand. I don't know why he didn't choose to drop on the flag there. He thought somebody was going to grab. Probably. Flag is loose.
Alright, so Epi's new strategy to clear the flag stand is to let them get it almost all the way home. And the ensuing panic and confusion, they'll be able to get home. So now Epi finally has a flag home, but again, where's that punt? It's got to happen now. Where's the teammate to come grab this? Trism GG's here. Let's see where's the flag pass. Let's see. Not a smooth pass, but still able to make it happen. Going to switch back over to the Blood Eagle side of things. No pressure so far at all. Back on Epi's side, which is now Diamond Sword. Quite a bit of pressure. Blitz coming in with the chain gun, and now ll-blu-j holding that flag on the ground. He should probably try to pass it here. Oh, there's a flag. No, the flag did not get returned. Never mind. And in the field.
As a result of the O-stack, you know, VeX is always going to be more comfortable on their side, especially during a standoff, because with bodies on the other side, they're able to create a crash, meaning Epi's team, instead of moving across the map to try to return their own flag, has to clear up their, you know, help their defense kind of set up before moving out. So now you see that, you know, on VeX side, they're sitting pretty comfortably, and on Epi, it's kind of a full-blown crash. It has been cleared up now, but that's what happens as a result of just having bodies on the other side of the map to make a play.
A little bit of lull in the action as we are now moving into another standoff here on
ll-blu-j gets the strike ram on the flag. The flag is loose, but there's nobody there to make the return. Convict is moving in now, so you know they're both looking at the strike. Let's see if Convict can make something happen as a result.
Oh, narrowly misses that Nitron, man. That was super close.
Very, very close. Very close. But yeah, they just need more. They need more. They need one more person there to make something happen.
Alright, Tasty Ham holding for the Blood Eagle team of Epi. Or, I got that the other way around, of VeX. And looks like Trism GG holding for Epi. And again, as the action tends to slow down during the standoff phase, Convict actually is just hanging out in the base by himself in that Pathfinder class, looking to perhaps get the Nitro. Implosion's sitting pretty with a jammer to boot. And, okay, here comes the Shrike. Lion GG and Convic all coming at the same time with that Shrike. Implosion's now in sort of a no man's land off the base, but still very safe.
Oh, he's actually just floating there in the conduit. It's actually a smart move to do. You know, it keeps you safe from the Nitron that might come from, you know, who knows where. I will say, too, the Shrike, oh, they did just lose it. As I say that, Muji did just crash, but the Shrike did give them the ability to kind of have a shorter-handed offense. It does provide, you know, just the pressure where it forces you. You have to look at it, you have to pay attention to it, and you have to do something about it. So that kind of pressure allows or opens the door for, you know, somebody else to come in and make a play on the flag. What do you see, Fish?
Not all that much, as VeX has essentially been unchallenged here on their flag base.
They are so comfortable, yeah. I've been noticing that this whole time. They're just extremely comfortable.
Just look at the Epi base. Well, now they're finally transitioning a little bit more to offense, but it's still 4 on defense, 3 on offense, and I think, you know, honestly, VeX is just happy to keep it like this. They're up one flag cap, so the longer the standoff goes, the better for them.
Oh, well, one thing to note here is Blitz was able to sneak into the generators. Those generators, you know, if they don't notice, those generators might go down, you know, making their defense. Somebody is here to engage him. But, yeah, he couldn't get it, unfortunately. Yeah, but that would open up the door for them to start approaching crashing. Right now, with the full farm up on the base, it's going to be extremely hard to get that return unless it's kind of due to chance, you know?
Tend to have branded it the Jesus Nitron.
The Jesus Nitron, that's right. Yes, yes. And that's what it would have to be. Again, VeX is just so comfortable, man. They're kind of just hanging out. I'm not really sure what's going on the Epi side, but they don't seem to be putting any kind of. I mean, Convic and Lion GG moving here on opposite sides, the right and the left. But Lion GG is already getting focused, leaving only Convic to do anything against 3 guys here.
Dude, I gotta say, I kind of feel bad for Convic. He's still sitting without a single kill here on Crossfire. I feel like he's just been left high and dry by his team, or perhaps he's Ramboing it a little bit too much, but he's just alone almost every time I take a look at his point of view.
Well, yeah, I don't think that he's been Ramboing it, actually. If you look, you know, his timing is not the worst. It's just VeX has been definitely forcing their will on Epi when they try to push across the map and make anything happen, really. They're taking somebody out of the play right away or as soon as possible, collectively. You know, focus that guy, and then, you know, that just makes it look worse when Convic's there alone, but that's what it is. It's VeX really focusing these guys. Not only that, but also Epi is running the 2-man offense, which is, you know, the reason that it seems a little weak.
Yeah, and so, like I said earlier, we saw VeX essentially cancel out the very defensive-oriented play of Epi in the last time these two teams played on Monday, but now in this game it seems like VeX is a little bit more happy to instead of just going balls to the wall offense, you know, they're happy to have this scenario where they have 3, 4, 5 even on defense here in the standoff position, and we're seeing a very, very much slower paced game to maybe the dismay of many fans out there than we did on Monday.
Well, you know, VeX is sitting pretty right now. They're up a cap. This is an extremely slow map, so even if you know, if they were to return the flag, you know, they could make something happen. So, you know, they're comfortable right now. Although it would be safe to get another cap and then, you know, kind of, they pull somebody back on defense. It doesn't seem like they're running the, you know, 5-0 right now. They're running at least 3 on defense every time from what I've noticed. So, you know, they're not forced to make a play. Epi is, and they're only continuing to run just the 2 offense. But the Shrike is back up. Let's see if they can make something happen.
Have we seen a Shrike yet for VeX?
I haven't seen one vehicle out of VeX. No, not yet. I remember last game Blitz did pull out the tank on this map. I guess we'll see if that happens again. Lion GG coming in alone here. Yeah, not much happening on the VeX side. Epi as well, because of although the generators are down right now, they are repairing them, but because of the generators and the you know, deployables being fully up, it's very difficult for VeX to do anything here.
Oh, Guitar Guy. Oh, he did some heavy damage on Trism GG, but no dice. Surrounded by enemies is not a good place to be in the game of Tribes Ascend.
You see a lot of jammer packs coming out of the Raiders on VeX, though. You know, obviously as a result of the heavy generator play over on the Epi side.
Now, in this scenario, would it ever make sense for VeX to try to go and take down that gen? Actually, just as I say that, that's exactly what's happened here. As the gen is finally down.
Yeah, actually, you don't see VeX moving, you know, or committing to moving in much until they get those gens. They've definitely been trying to focus on those. They do know that's what's standing in the way. The flag is loose on the other side, though. Duck Ranger picks it up. He's alone. Flag's loose again, and ll-blu-j might. Oh, he doesn't get the return.
Oh, so damn close. That stings, brother. And I gotta say, I've been meaning to say something about this. Was Implosions actually on the Pissed Off Ewoks team? For those of you who don't know, Poe was one of the more well-known teams in Tribes 1 history. But I never actually knew that, if that is indeed the case.
I was actually wondering what that meant, so yeah, thank you for clearing that up for me.
Yeah.
Are they making a move into Tribes Ascend?
I doubt any of them play video games anymore.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It looks like VeX is coming in for a little crash here. Tasty Ham is approaching, or waiting actually, on the right side of the ship. So we'll see how that forms. On the other side, the flag's loose. Implosions can pick it up here. He does get the pickup. He's half health, but they just don't have
under pressure.
Enough.
No.
Just not enough, man. They create a little bit of something. They just don't have, you know, the players they need to make it to secure it. And still, on the Epi side of things, Turret's doing work. Turret's cleaning up everything, basically, man. VeX is pretty passive right now as a result of that.
Indeed. Yeah, I guess Poe stands for Path of Exile, I guess, instead of Pissed Off Ewoks, but I'm assuming it's a sort of some sort of shout out to the Tribes 1 team. But I don't know what I think about these new school kids throwing on Tribes 1 tags. Like, when Mono was all running the 5150 tag, I'm like, what? Come on, guys. No offense or anything, but...
No, none taken, man. Actually, you know, I was going to change it because, you know, I did get a little bit of hate for it, and it's understandable. That's a very respectful... The return was made for Epi. For Epi.
Oh my god, it's 1-1. Now the pressure is on. We're back to a blank slate here as we roll down 7 minutes left here on Crossfire, second map in this best of 3. And that gives I'm sure that's a sigh of relief for Epidemic, as this is definitely the map that they want to win here. They'd really love to push it to Arx. Going into this match, this is their map choice. So it's definitely a map that favors their style of play. So let's see if they can pull it together. And I guess they finally were able to pull it together. I really wish I was able to catch what actually happened there. I hope the cameraman caught it on stream.
I just missed it as well, unfortunately. But Convict did die there by himself again. So I don't know if they're changing anything. If you see, VeX is all approaching the stand here together on the back left.
Dude, I love this push. Tasty Ham, again, he's not moving like ridiculously fast. He's just going 200 kilometers an hour. He's going to Nitron or grenade boost himself, coming over the hill. Blitz actually goes down a little bit preemptively, trying to clear for himself, and not really able to do it, so will go down. But I do appreciate the thought.
Yeah, VeX definitely understands, like, so, you know, a lot of teams or players understand that you don't have to go fast. It just has to be a perfect timing. Convict is moving in here on the Blood Eagle side.
What are you talking about, Remix? Gotta go fast. Shut up.
You know, I'm just saying, it is true. You know, because they're perfect, they're great at escort, but Convict is out here, man, with some decent health here through the mid.
So, Blitz just grabbed the flag without a single clear. He didn't even shoot his clearing disc until the last possible moment. It actually ended up hurting him significantly because he killed the mines that right in front of him, but because he held off shooting that disc, he was completely unnoticed. And
flag is
made it
loose
the entire
here.
way home.
Flag is loose. There's a big crash. Implosions is in the play as well, so he has the Nitrons. Flag is loose again. Tasty Ham is there. Oh,
And
but
now we can see what is potentially another cap for Epi, so they're showing their stuff here. Lost the first map 7-1, but again, this is their map to win, and it looks like they're really looking to do so here. The entire VeX team is crashing, but they're all getting cessed down by sniper shots, chain gun bullets, so they're all half health as they come in, and nice play there. The D-stack is showing its promise here.
Epi's making us eat our words, I think, is what's going on here. You know, we're calling out how they're off-timed or how Convict's low, and I think they know exactly what they're doing because they just made it turn into, you know, a game all of a sudden, you know, and VeX is now all of a sudden on the back end of it.
All right. So here we are praising VeX's coordination. It doesn't end up working. Epi just sneaks it out of there. And well, Blitz had a nice attempt at a solo cap there. Not able to hold on to that flag once he got home. And now, again, I like the coordination here by VeX, but they're a bit split up, a bit low on health. And where are their cappers? I don't see the capper coming in. Epi has it again. They're out, and they've made it. The flag is now in the field. Implosions looks to be able to get that cap. And switching back over to Diamond Sword side, in comes Tasty Ham, trying to do a back route here, coming through the base, but too many Epi defenders in the way.
I was actually interested to see what they were doing there. They had the grab cycle. Actually, LionGG was able to pick it back up somehow. He must have dueled out Duck Ranger there to get it. I was interested to see what they were doing with the grab cycle there. They were coming from two angles. The capper on the right and the grab cycle on the left. I didn't know if they were going to escort that way, but yeah, they both released at the same time to make a run at the flag.
And Implosions has been distracted for some time here, but I don't see the capper for Epi. Convic is actually just waiting to regen. He might even just try a straight-up llama here. Guitar Guy catches his number, though.
Yeah, he was called out. Implosions actually got a spawn up on the platform there.
And
I think was able to spot it.
Implosions on offense.
Well, Capper just died. He's more than comfortable to do that. He's just gonna go ahead and punt it out mid. Yeah.
Let's see what he can do with this. Doesn't look like much. Yeah, down goes the flag, but fun
VeX
stuff
could do
from
that.
Implosions. He's just throwing
VeX
a
could
wrench.
do this, man. I really think so. I mean, if you could see the time is just wearing on these teams a little bit. They're slowing down a little bit. You know, so it's going to be a little bit of stamina involved. But VeX can go ahead and send us into overtime. But Epi does seem to be running a lot more on defense.
Were you watching Blitz by any chance?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. You just hit it to a tree, that's all.
Oh, and he just gets taken out there. Yeah, he was trying to get an inventory. Convic is out, man. Dude,
Wait, what kind of route? I guess that was the sort of over-the-top route. At least that's what it looks like from the exit here. Now Convic, and it looks like he could get a cap. He's low on health. 1 or 2 chain bullets will kill him, but he's on the flag stand, and there is the cap. LionGG able to collect, and that certainly spells victory here on Crossfire, unless we see practically a miracle here. So Epi looked shaky on Catabatic, looked shaky for the first, 15 minutes of Crossfire, but now is running away with it as VeX, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened at all.
Who knows? Maybe VeX got a little comfortable. That happens a lot when a team is up and they say standoff. Okay, sure, we'll do this all day. You know, we're ahead. But it looks like it might have hurt them a little bit. The longer standoff, more so than it did
out with
Epi.
full health, 900 health in the Pathfinder point. He's made it across midfield, which means he's more than in range to punt off to a friend. He still has 100% of his health remaining. So I'm guessing Epi or VeX is looking to crash. And no, actually, did they just give up? Like,
it seems
what?
like they did. Yeah, I don't know if they're having too much fun against the turrets here. It's most likely what's going on. I'm sure, you know, defense is kind of beating them up with the assets there and everything. So it does seem like they gave up a little bit.
This just in, folks. News update. It looks like we've had some issues with Mumble. I actually saw one of them say something in the server, but I figured the issues had been resolved. But it looks like the VeX team has actually... their Mumble is having issues, to say the least. So that means their comms are severely hurt, which is such an important thing to the VeX team.
Oh, absolutely. To VeX especially, the way that they run their team, yeah. I mean, that would explain it. So yeah, never mind. That's what it is. If they don't have comms, that would explain all of it.
This is a team game, folks. If you don't have coordination, you're not going to go far. And
It is essential.
looks like
Yeah.
Crossfire is wrapping up now 1-1 in this best of 3 matchup. ePidemic takes a very well-deserved and much-needed win. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't well-deserved. Maybe they don't deserve it at all. But that's yet to be seen. Man, all of our blank is blank. Looks like things are not going so well for VeX. They need to find a calm solution. So if anyone can get them a Mumble channel to use, that would be fantastic. And
Saying in
we'll be
chat
moving
that I think
on
you
to
used that.
Arx.
Arx is next. Yes. Another map that could be extremely one-sided. It will be interesting to see. I don't think I've seen these two teams play on this map. So yeah, this will be exciting. Hopefully, VeX can figure out their comms issue, so that yeah, that's extremely limiting. There's only so much you can do without being able to communicate with each other. There's so many rotations that a team has to make as a result of things that people are communicating to them from different sides of the field. You might not know what's going on the offensive side.
Someone created a channel in the same Mumble that we're in right now called VeX Shelter. So we have found a shelter for the ailing VeX team. And we'll be moving into Arx. And again, talk to me about Arx Remix. Now, this is a map that I feel is really, I'd say, in the middle of the road between offensive and defensive oriented. I couldn't say it gives favor to really one or the other, but perhaps I'm wrong. What are your thoughts, Remix?
Well, the middle structure, which is the kind of the wall that's kind of in the middle of the map that forces you to go through it, it cuts line of sight away from the defenders. So once a flag gets out and past that point, it becomes extremely difficult to return and dangerous. It's basically, with any kind of sort of decent escort, you should have the cap. So it does have the potential to be one-sided. I guess it depends again on the successes of the offense. If you watch the last game between these two guys, a lot of the reason that it was such good games is because both offenses were having great success in moving the flag. So it created a lot of standoffs, a lot of cluster, and a lot of action, which hasn't been happening much. So I don't know, just spectating, I can't speak to what that might be, what the reason behind that might be. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I actually, to be honest, I was on the receiving end of VeX on this map, and this is a strong map for VeX. So I will say that if they run it anyway like they did against us, man, it might be a lot for even Epi's strong D stack to handle.
It does seem like a map where you can crash the stand relatively easy. It's one of the few maps, I'd say. I'm trying to think if I'm just totally bullshitting this or not, but I'd say it's one of the maps where you can get moving quickly, more quickly than most, from the flag stand. So if there's a scenario where you need to crash, you just jump down the hill, ski for a second, disc jump up, and then you're basically hovering above the enemy flag stand and can crash quite easily. So that's something we have seen a lot from VeX.
Although it is a big map, the biggest threat on this map is the back to front. Honestly, the time in between grabbing and capturing the flag is extremely short considering all the obstacles. But the base itself, you saying it's easy to crash, or VeX being so strong on it, I think as a result of just the structure of the base, they have many places to hide. If they're low health, they need to regen and be ready for the crash once the capper's coming in, things like that. They have plenty of corners to hide behind, and also structures so they're not taking out of the play too early, and they're also there for the crash in case their flag gets out on the other side.
Brick laying down the law. Word. Prop. Gotta get these lazy FPS players to start. No, in this case it's legitimate. They're getting into a new Mumble server. But I definitely understand Brick's sentiment there. It's like there's nothing harder than getting competitive FPS teams to actually ready up for a game, man. It's pretty much the case in Quake, Tribes, any type of game that you're going to be playing. So hopefully these guys can join the teams and ready up soon, as we now have a new Mumble server for the VeX team.
Yeah, I think they should be filtering in soon. I think that also speaks to the team aspect of it too. You have so many people to account for to make sure that they're ready to go.
Absolutely. especially with large teams. Oh god, I remember the 10v10 pre-match chatter. I remember writing like a 3-page email to my clan back in like 2000 with what strategies we were gonna run. Those were the days.
Oh, they were the days. 14 versus 14 was my thing in Tribes 2, actually.
Yeah, that's insane. I never did that. That's even crazier, man.
It did revolve heavily around generator play, like we do see here as well.
Certainly did. Yeah, I remember those turrets in Tribes 2 were pretty nasty. That spider turret and yeah.
Heavy offense was also pretty nasty. If they got into your base and they got a stronghold, man, it was really hard to get them out, especially, you know, because they had to deal with naked spawns as well. Not so much the case here in Tribes Ascent.
Right.
Are they in the process of figuring this out? Yeah, looks like they're all in the channel, so they should be getting ready to go.
For some reason I can't chat to them, otherwise I'd tell them to ready up. Alright, we're getting into this. Is there any way we could skip the countdown? Or like have it or something?
The teams are ready.
All right.
Oh, they're waiting
Duck
on one
Ranger
player, Guitar
says
Guy.
it's gonna be a good game. No, GG is Guitar Guy, not good game.
Yeah, GG
now
is coming in.
Stupid.
It could be mistaken. He did it with a lowercase GG instead of uppercase, so you know that could throw the confusion out.
So again, guys, last night I think we had something like 280 viewers. We're kind of slacking tonight. I guess the games haven't been as exciting, but we already promoted this on Reddit. We already had the new patch notes, etc., etc. So I'm kind of disappointed, to be frank. I was expecting like 400 at least. So I don't think you guys are doing a good enough job. I'm gonna blame you guys because I did my job. Actually, I could have put this on the Twitch front page, but I didn't. I didn't have time to. And we're going live in 2 minutes here as the countdown has... Oh, wait, no. We are just live. I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're live. They're live, yep.
We are live. And Tasty Ham the Capper, I want to just point this out. The Capper for VeX is actually running a Juggernaut outfit. Is he going to try to cap in Juggernaut?
That's interesting to know. I wonder if it's that or if they're just working on breaking the defense early.
Yeah.
Epidemic.
You want to get those turrets down, especially here on Arx.
And the easy way to do that is just to, you know, get the generator and then move to the assets, so that when they do repair the generator, then they have to go, you know, actually physically go and repair everything else afterwards. I'm watching Hydroxide here entering, you know, the base to the left side, and they have, you know, force field up mines and even a heavy down there defending. So Convict is moving in on the other side, on the Diamond Sword side here, on the back, if you want to take a look at that.
Yeah, in comes Convict, trying to self-clear for himself. Self-clear for himself. Unable to do so. Tasty Ham actually does get the frag. And that run is shut down. Neither generator has been taken down yet, so usually we see that that guy in an infiltrator role just go straight to each opposing generator and take it down, but not the case here. It looks like the teams were actually more interested in simply just taking down each other's turrets, or at least in the early stages attempting to take down those turrets. But pretty much the bases are up. So we'll see how this plays out in the next couple of minutes. As you know, the base assets do have some sort of effect here on Arx. And now Blitz finally trying to make a play to get inside that Blood Eagle base, but unable to do so. The force field actually put up in the doorway stops him in his tracks.
Tasty Ham and Convict both on similar routes here, and they're going to be coming in at almost the exact same time if you take a look at that. Here he comes from the back. Convict does first. Tasty Ham should be second.
Whoa!
Convict misses.
Whoa, bro! And in comes Tasty Ham as we switch over to the other side, and it's a body block and a kill. Quickly there in succession.
I think it's with what you said there, I think it's going to be interesting to see where it does go, though. You know, with the update coming out and stuff like that, we can't expect it to jump, overnight with the patch coming.
Take a look at this. We've got an indoor duel. Blitz is trying to take down Trism GG. Trism GG had about twice the amount of health as Blitz, but still somehow able to get that frag, and yet another person is moving to take out Blitz. So the Epi generator is one disc away from dying, but Blitz unable to get the kill. However, Epi did have to commit a number of people to that, so
Targuy's going to finish it up.
Oh yeah. And Tasty Ham in the confusion able to get out. I think they may have actually dedicated too many people to keeping that generator up. It is still up, but Tasty Ham has got the flag, is nearly home, looking to make the cap. Can they make a play here? They made the snipe, but unable to finish it off. Almost very, very clutch there. In comes Convict, no! Flag is just pushed up against the wall, unable to make the play, and it's actually the Blood Eagle flag has made it to the Aqueduct and will be returned.
Yeah, unfortunately on that play, when Trism GG came in to make the return, he did end up touching the Diamond Sword flag or VeX's flag, so it was off. You know, it was off its stand a little bit to the side there. So unfortunately, Comic wasn't able to make the grab.
And down finally goes the VeX generator. Epidemic generator is actually still up somehow, some way. They've been devoting a lot of resources to keeping this thing up. It looks like Blitz is still trying to posture to take that thing down, but instead just opting to take down the assets that are on the flag stand itself. Tasty Ham is setting up in the back. Blitz is still alive. Gigabit is still alive. Hydroxide is there. Guitar Guy is there. 5 of the VeX offense are clearing this flag stand, but it doesn't matter if there's that one guy who has the tell on the capper and can get the body block, which is exactly what happens. Now Gigabit's trying to make a move, but unable to. And now the entire VeX offense has been essentially shut down. Hydroxide's still alive.
Convict's out. On the other side. He's getting through the mid.
Convict's out, but his flag is not at home. Can any VeX come to the Aqueduct here? No, it doesn't look like they'll make it in time, so we might see a flag cap here. Blitz on the stand to try to do some harassment, able to delay this for just a second longer. Let's see if he delays it long enough for his team to crash. He just may have Guitar Guy hot on the trail, and it's Tasty Ham who ends up getting the return.
Yeah, Blitz definitely buying the time for his offense to move across the mid there and make the return. Hydroxide seemed to grab there and got sniped out by Source, I think. But yeah, Blitz was ready for it. You know, they obviously communicated that, and Blitz was there perfectly in time to either get the kill or get the E-grab. Guitar Guy as well, who then cleaned up the capper and they got the return.
Alright, so VeX doesn't really have any cappers out on any routes right now that I can see. Looks like they're just doing the initial steps. You're moving towards the enemy base, trying to get some clear. Lion GG up on the hill as well, trying to harass as Convict is setting up for the Epi cap. But still, looks like Blitz will be the capper for his team. I don't see Tasty Ham.
Yeah, actually, yeah, Tasty Ham is over on the right. He's probably about 10 out. Blitz was a little early there, but they have to scramble a little bit here to start setting back up. So opening a window for the other offense to get some crash going, and it does to some success.
Check it out. GG's made it across the Aqueduct, now dueling implosions in the middle of the field. That's not something you want to do, man. You want to make it all the way home before you start dueling, as he's conked easily by Blitz coming to the midfield. And again, we do have VeX up 1. This is do or die for both teams here, as we are on the 3rd map of a best of 3. And nice thought there. I actually liked the play by Epidemic. They were able to have 2 cappers, sort of. One was just a distraction, and actually was able to get home pretty well there. So let's take a look. Where's Tasty Ham at? I haven't seen him. There he is. He's
left side,
setting up his soldier route, but he's a good 20 seconds out still.
Absolutely, and same with Blitz actually on the right side. So if you look, they went from 1 capper to everybody else clearing to now 2 cappers, split cappers. So I don't think that Epi is going to be expecting this, So Hydroxide is in position to clear. Looks like the timing is there. So let's see if anything comes out of this. Tasty Ham picks up the flag, and it's knocked out of the way. Blitz can't pick it up.
Yeah, so that's the thing about Tribes. It's very unpredictable. Even though they were synced up relatively well, Tasty Ham picks up the flag, does go down, and it puts the flag in a position where Blitz can't really get it. So that offensive push is indeed shut down. And it looks like Convict is coming from the back, but unable to have any help at all there, but he's in a position where he could punt it. I'd like to see punting a little bit earlier there. He actually worked out for the best interest at that point, but LionGG's going to contest with implosions. LionGG goes down, takes implosions with him, but no help there.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, that was close. That was close. They could have made something happen. It seems to be settling down a little bit. There's a lot of action going on the Epi side as a result of the D versus O stack. A lot of killing going on. Not much clear versus the capper. Tasty Ham is just starting, so we'll see if VeX can kind of stay alive here on this side just to be in position for the clear.
And now ePidemic does have their generator back up and all of the base assets you could imagine on the flag stand. Although those fractal, whatever you call them, those grenades that split, they're actually pretty effective at clearing that flag stand, so the flag stand is relatively clear here. Actually, there's no one on the stand. Prism GG out of position. Tasty Ham has this moving across midfield, but the route wasn't perfect. He did hit the side of the base and lost a lot of speed there, so will indeed go down. I'd expect to see in the next push or two, I'd expect to see VeX make a play for the ePidemic generator, as you're going to see those force fields and mines back up any second.
Oh yeah, and maybe even judging off the last map, maybe even a strike, which is very strong on this map. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that come out pretty soon. Convict is coming in on a back route here on the Diamond Sword side.
I like this route. He's pretty much unseen until the last second here. Duck Rager does see him, gets one snipe, gets two snipes. Now here's where it's a very hard decision. Do you keep skiing or do you punt it? He has help from ll-blu-j. I'd like to see one more ePidemic defender come to meet here, but it's okay. The flag actually will bounce almost directly onto the flag stand itself.
That's a great punt.
Now it's the crash. We're going to see the crash. Tasty Ham on a back route. He has very little health, but it doesn't matter. He has the flag away from Epi and buys his team a little bit more time.
Tasty with the saving grab there. He went through the force field. That's why he was so low. But they were so concentrated on the crash. Blitz moving in on this side. No, he misses the Nitron. Okay, so he's cleaned up. Yep, this is gonna be a classic standoff, man, on Arx. We'll see how the two teams handle it.
All right, I'm expecting to see turrets and mines and jammers go up very shortly here for the Epi team. First is to drop is a turret and now the inventory station. But it looks like the action is actually happening over on VeX's side of the map. No, I didn't get there in time to see what was happening, but maybe
it was a Nitron. Yep, it was. They're sitting pretty on the Epi side though. So Epi able to put on a little pressure there to slow VeX down, and they're able to fully set up. They have a vehicle out, and they have a full farm, and the generators are up. So when I say farm, guys, what I mean is the turrets. If you go into Technician, you can put turrets down to help on defense, and that's what they're doing here. It relies on the generators to power the assets. So just to clarify for anybody that might not know.
And down goes the VeX generator. Looks like LionGG did head down there, and VeX has been way less on top of keeping this generator up, although they have repaired it. So they do see some value in it, especially in the standoff situation. Here's where LionGG and Hydroxide are now facing off. So LionGG able to keep that generator down for just a little bit longer, and he might actually move out to try to help his team crash here. We see a strike flying around the VeX flag carrier, as well as Convict posturing. Now it's up to LionGG to meet his team here and try to make a push.
LionGG actually just went down to a Hydroxide, so he's out of the play, and the strike seems to have moved out of the play as well. He must be hurt and going to repair. VeX is coordinating a little something here. Blitz did just go down, so Guitar Guy's all alone, but the flag is loose for some reason. I think he just passed it. Okay, they got control now.
Now Convict and Moog crashes his strike. Womp womp.
Was there a missile? There might have been a missile on him causing that to happen. I think I saw a missile on him.
Oh, okay.
But I just missed it as well. I just got over to the play. VeX is taking a slower approach even now, it seems, because they're not sending their heavy offense, which I would like to see actually a little more of, because Epi is sending 2, maybe 3, depending on if they have a vehicle or not, is what it seems like.
Yep, and that is just It's just funny to see this cluster of turrets and mines all over the place. I can't tell what it reminds me of. It reminds me of something. Maybe some mod. It reminds me of like Shifter mod in Tribes 1 where it's just turrets everywhere. But yeah, oh, in comes some Raider shots. VeX Guitar Guy actually able to regen and is behind ll-blu-j holding onto this flag.
Epi might have this turn.
Oh, going for it. No, it's Implosions who gets
Everybody
it.
dies.
Oh my god! What?
Everybody died.
What?
There were 4 guys there. They all died to 1 mine. Oh, and on the other side, VeX gets the return.
Implosions versus 3 Epidemic players. What happens? Implosion wins. A single grenade somehow kills all 3 of them.
He wins after he dies.
Yep. And,
that was great.
And that's going to make for a cap, folks. A very, very important cap. Only 11 minutes and 40 seconds remain for Epidemic to make 2 caps happen. At very least, that's what they need to stay alive and claim that TWL #1 spot. Again, VeX is sitting pretty at that #1 spot, and it is Epi who's challenging from, I believe, the 4th or 5th spot on the ladder. And, yeah.
Yep.
Looks like the standard 4 or 5 Epi on defense at the moment. Blitz trying to clear that flag stand, but to little avail. And just taking a look now as Convict is setting up. Hasn't been spotted. Duck Ranger has not taken a shot at him yet, so he may not have been spotted. And there's no one actually on the flag stand itself, and a nice nade self-clearing has never looked so good. Convict passes at the right time. Will this be a mid-air catch? No, so the flag in contention now. And it's ll-blu-j who picks it up under 2 VeX players. And here's the flag play that we've been dying to see all match long. Both flags in the field, and VeX able to finally get the return. Tasty Ham with the clutch move.
Oh, the crash from VeX is just, you know, it's perfect. I mean, their crash is just perfect every time. They make sure that they're in position to make a play. And it's interesting to see, too, you know, you look at VeX, and they have, because of their coordination and communication, man, they send cappers off at just off timing sometimes, too, just to throw off the defense, and they really mess around with these you know, different plays. They almost have a completely different look every time they approach the stand, making it, you know, hard to read. You know, the standard style of play is just, you know, extremely predictable.
TrismGG, he's moving, and somehow gets the flag without a single clearer at all. TrismGG in the Pathfinder kit, able to make it all the way home for the first cap of Epidemic, for Epidemic here on Arx Novena. And we have ourselves a game, ladies and gentlemen. 10 minutes on the clock, and it's anyone's game, as we can just see right there. You know, sometimes one lone Pathfinder capper is all it takes. And
I knew that pass was coming.
You've played
that was beautiful. I'm
before.
sorry.
You know what's happening.
Oh yeah, that was great. I saw it coming ahead of time. I knew Tasty would call to him. I'm right behind you. But there's flag loose on. They might have this return. VeX might have this. Guitar Guy gets the return.
Uh-oh. Danger zone for Epidemic. Can they get there in time? Tasty Ham's through 2 or 3 seconds away. It looks like this is a cap. And whoa is Epidemic as a very short-lived moral victory. And Remix, talk about the importance of clutch plays like that. You know, it may look a little fancy. Sometimes it's a risk. But what advantage does that type of play give you?
Speaking directly to what play exactly? I'm sorry?
Oh, Blitz passing off to Tasty Ham right there.
Oh, Blitz was ready to go down, dropping the flag just dead in the middle of the field, making it an easy return. On this, Convict is out. I'm sorry, I was kind of caught up in some action there.
It's all good,
he does pass it over to ll-blu-j.
We have action, folks. It continues on and on as Epi now they're putting up a fight here where one team takes a swing, the other will return that swing with maybe some more. So now ll-blu-j is able to get this cap. I don't see a VeX in sight, so this match has really picked up in pace moving into the last 10 minutes here. It's sort of like both teams sort of turned the switch on, and now Blitz with a front to Blitz route, and he's actually sort of broken line of sight, almost. Yeah, he's finally broken that line of sight. So can he pass off to a team in the side of the map? Let's look and see if any VeX are coming to escort him. Yes, indeed, he does have Guitar Guy and Gigabit on the escort. ll-blu-j is the only Epi there, so VeX actually outnumbers Epi on this chase right now. Trism GG is trying to make a play, but he's all alone. Both flags are in the field. It looks like Vex's flag, or Epi's flag, will be returned, and Trism GG unable to continue that flag.
No, Trism GG got the return. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Trism GG got the return.
Right.
Otherwise, that might have been trouble. That might have been another cap in Vex's favor. Yeah, man, that was huge. Another clutch play, like I said, right there. Here they are out on the other side. Convict moving through the mid. He dies to implosions pretty quickly.
Alrighty then. A little bit of lull in the action as both offenses are taking their time to set up. Blitz and Hydroxide, they've sort of been a dynamic duo for VeX on offense. They've just been doing so much work when it comes to clearing that flag stand, making sure that the deployables are down, making sure the mines are down as well for their team. And I don't see Tasty Ham coming in, but it does look like Convict. Oh, no, I don't see him. But Convict as well setting up about 10-15 seconds out. Let's see what Epi can do to clear this Vex stand. So far I don't see all that much. In fact, I don't see anything. It's Tasty Ham who's out though. He does get the punt, and Kigabit's in a position to get this punt by the Aqueduct in that Pathfinder class, and he punts it again. I like that move. He could have been Nitron, he could have been killed, instead decides to punt it. Blitz continuing the flag grab. He's also going to punt it, punt after punt after punt. Now Hydroxide holds the flag as Epi players get whittled further and further down. Now the flag is out in the field, but not actually making its way across the field. Still down there, but there's a big crash by Epi. 2-3 players on the stand, but can they do it? ll-blu-j just trying to buy his team time, but they're filtering in one at a time. This is a big thing that has been separating. Oh no, ll-blu-j able to get the frag and still continuing this push. If he wasn't able to do that, it would have been a cap. Absolutely 100% for sure. Instead, Epi able to hold on to this, and now they have escort. So nice play there by Epi, and very, very clutch moments there.
For sure, and they needed it. I mean, if you just looking at Vex here, they're displaying their heavy cluster / escort style, and they have it down to a science. Really, they're great at it. Oh, Convict with the Nitron and return on stand.
You can see it tied up here. The flag is in the field, bouncing around. Blitz is actually moving at it. The quickness implosion is there as well. Does get a nice hit on Mystical Rush. He has to get the flag up to the stand. I'd like to see him punt it here. Punt it up to ll-blu-j. Something, anything. There it is. There's the flag pass. Well executed. And with just 5 minutes to remain, 5 minutes remaining on the map, we have seen the scores equalized. Remix. And what are your thoughts on these teams? How this has unfolded here in the last 10 minutes?
Convict was moving in there in the back. Nobody spotted him. I didn't know if he was like on some sort of cap route, but he had some decent speed. He came in, he got a long range Nitron almost from the vehicle pad on the backside, and then was able to they just didn't pick it up in time. He was able to then move in and just return it on the stand out of nowhere, all alone. So it was an easy cap for Epi.
All right, good stuff by Epi, man. Really fun stuff. And I hate to use the word clutch since it's very cliche, especially with this community, but so many of those plays came down to pixels, man. If one thing went differently, it would have been a completely different result. And Remix, now Convict is almost all the way home with half health remaining. He's going to be looking to pass the flag off here. He actually goes down in the Aqueduct, so the flag in contention. Both flags out in the field, though. Vex comfortably has it, and the return. So Vex, this has got to be a cap. There is no one in sight from Epi.
Easy cap, but there is still time. There is still time, and judging how this has gone, basically the biggest delay of action was when the standoff was going on. So, I mean, ever since then, it's kind of been back and forth here. Whoever wins that standoff or that escort crash. Here we go. They're both teams setting back up though.
So if you're Vex right now, do you D up? It doesn't look like it. It looks like Duck Ranger is the only person on the flag stand now. Implosion's coming to meet him. Obviously, they're not, but what are your thoughts about D'ing up with just a few minutes remaining?
Well, I'm sure that Blitz knows all about, trying to D up and try to ensure a win when it's this close. What you can create as a result is the flag getting out and then your whole team being on defensively just can't catch up to the flag, and it's just an easier cap. So I don't think that they're going to let up. Maybe they'll send one more person back to help out more often, but I don't think they'll let up on their pressure over on the Epi side.
All right, Vic coming in, another attempt at self-clear here. It's actually Trism GG who's right behind, but also body blocked. So a pair of cappers both shut down, and the flag is in the field. Both flags actually in the field. Convic is just going to llama this home, or attempt to. Both teams actually just trying to push this flag home with brute force. And VeX, we know them so well for this exact strategy. They're going to continue the grab. Kigabit is still moving the flag forward. Guitar Guy is there. Let's see if anyone else is going to come try to meet Guitar Guy. No. Flag is finally returned.
Mystical Rush, wow. Nice return there. Blitz is walking it out here, so he does get he's Nitron, so nothing coming out of that. But yeah, man, just more action.
What can Epi do?
Convic is about 20 out on the back route. He is the closest capper, I think, in range to the stand, so we'll see if anything comes out of that.
I don't think he's been spotted just yet. Duck Ranger hasn't taken a shot. That's because Lion GG is there distracting, so Duck Ranger, Convic, in the soldier class, opts to take the disc jump, moving at a respectable 200 kilometers, but yeah, that flag's not going to go very far as it's Nitron immediately out of his hands. Now, whoa! Convic picks up his own flag that he Nitron, but again, I wanted to see Epi defenders moving out into the midfield there. You know, Trism GG is setting up this back cap, but he's all by himself. I almost would have preferred he's with his teammate trying to actually able to get the flag off the stand, so I might have to eat my words here as Lion GG now has an opportunity to keep this moving, unable to do so. Now it's Tasty Ham with the Blood Eagle flag, moving very quickly or on the side of the map, so he doesn't have any chasers on him at all, so I think it's up to Epi to crash this remix.
Yeah, they have time. They have 3 people moving through the mid here, but Duck Ranger's going to start sniping those guys out. They're all extremely low, so we'll see. Oh, Convict moving in. Convict is out clean.
The confusion.
Here we go. I mean, this is another standoff, but the crash is on VeX's side, so it's on them to clear this up.
Oh, Lion GG almost got that return, and it looks like ll-blu-j jumps out of the strike. Can he get the kill and the return? And Blitz almost passed it right to him. His teammates have their flag home safely, so if ll-blu-j can make the miracle return, they could almost tie this up. Yes, he gets it! Oh,
35 seconds left to go, and he gets the return.
Implosion
was sitting on the flag stand, just waiting in case that happened. Now it's a little bit of a
Go to the flag
scramble.
stand, bro! Oh, this is killing me. Oh my god.
Get the return.
Where's the VeX crash? You know it's coming. You know it's coming. 16 seconds remain. Will they tie it up? Hydroxide almost makes a hero play. They have to hold on to this flag to go into overtime. They're still holding on to it, but they must return their own flag. A little bit of a miscommunication here for them. Oh, Guitar Guy almost gets the clutch return, but no! With 1 second remaining.
Wow, that was a big...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have achieved hype. Welcome to
Overtime.
Send. My name is Fishsticks. I am joined here by Remix, our expert analysis, and we are going into overtime, a whole 59 minutes of it. But that's a whole lot over.
It's the next cap wins is basically what it is here. So you know it's going to be interesting to see if they adjust at all or if both teams start keep running the same strategy.
So Remix, this is the 3rd time these two teams have played. It's the 3rd time they've gone to 3 maps, and it's the 3rd time that one solitary cap is going to win it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it speaks directly to just the chemistry of these two teams, man. They've been doing a lot of practice, and they're both extremely good together. And individually, it's just great teams. So exciting games coming out of these two.
Tasty Ham moving it. He's in punting range here, easily able to punt this back to the base, and he actually doesn't do it. One of the few times you've seen VeX not punt it, right? Like they've been so punt happy. Lion
that could have been a very easy cap.
The flag off the stand. I thought that was going to be a cap, to be honest. I think it should have been. Lion GG now moving in the back. He has one chaser, but he might be able to frag out Kigabit here. It's Kigabit versus Lion GG to hold on to the Diamond Sword flag. Now checking out the Blood Eagle flag. It looks like they're relatively comfortable here now, although Epi is crashing. And what are you seeing, Remix?
Well, I think noticing the success of Epi, they're kind of playing a little more similar to, I don't know if it's them warming up or that they're finally kind of getting their groove, but they're playing a lot extremely similar to the way that they played last time, which is they kind of just go where they need to be. They don't fully set to the 5D and 2-0. They kind of just like naturally through communications and coordination just you know, they're where they need to be. So that's why you see this kind of cluster play or lots of action coming out of.
Dynamic stuff, I love it. And now Trism GG holding back with that Diamond Sword flag, and both teams are actually they're waiting for their offenses to set up. It looks like Lion GG and Convict will be crashing at the same time here. Can 2 versus 4 happen? Oh! Mid-air return! Can this be the cap? Oh, it's a dual return. Both teams return each other's flags. This is something we see so often in Tribes. As one return happens, so does the other. And this game went from pretty entertaining to freaking amazing.
Hydroxide is oh, he gets sniped out. That's good. It buys his team a little time. There's a huge crash. So it all comes down to this right here for these two teams. Yeah, it's loose. Anybody's game right now. Oh, Epi gets the return. Wow. Big play coming out of Epi there. I think it was Convict that got the return. So both teams going to go ahead and reset here.
God, I love nothing more than games like this. This is why I loved watching these two teams play on Monday. Today, I was a little bit disappointed that we weren't seeing the same amount of action, the same amount of flag play, but the second half of Arx Novena has turned out to be one of the most entertaining maps here I have ever watched and tried to send, as both these teams are now setting up once again. It's Tasty Ham who's setting up again. Obviously, Tasty Ham got to go fast with that background, but Blitz is coming in as well. I think Blitz is just going to be clearing. In comes Hydroxide with the Merv spam. That's coming down on Epi's head right as we speak. Tasty Ham is still setting up. It looks like they have a good tell on him. They can see him coming, but is there anyone to kill him? Is there anyone to get the body block? Why, yes, there is.
That was a huge hold by Epi. The pressure was on, and VeX was all over the place, man, and they just held on about the slightest bit, really.
Yeah. That's what it comes down to so often here. And actually, it's Implosion who's making this flag grab continue past the Aqueduct. Mystical Rush, though, mid-air return. Blitz with the immediate llama grab. He's just waiting on the stand and with the punt. And look at that. He communicated to his team. He told you, I'm going to punt it. This flag always is going to make it to the midfield. So he had 3 of his teammates come out, make that 4, are all escorting this flag, but all for naught as Epi gets the return.
That was a huge play coming out of Blitz because he had close to no health at all, and he was able to hide there in the kind of right bunker on the stand. Here he goes with a front to back. It gets Nitron, but yeah, he was able to hold it for that quick second because he was getting shot and fired at. He kind of went under there for cover for a quick second, came out, used his thrust, and got the punt off. So that could have been dangerous, but they cleaned it up fairly quickly.
Someone in chat just said in before stalemate, which is like, yeah, it feels like this game could go on forever, but each of these we've seen in so many narrow kills, situations where the cap could have happened if 1 or 2 things just happened just slightly differently. That one disc was shot maybe a quarter of a second later. That one Nitron didn't come in right when it did.
He's out, man. Through the mid.
Oh, this is dangerous. Convict's got
Implosions
so much health. Oh, Implosions is somehow right in front of him. How did you even do that, Implosions? I don't know.
I think he was hanging out there in the midfield. But here we go. Here's another crash, man. It's some craziness going on. Let's see if we can keep track of it.
I'm watching from the aerial view now, and I don't even know if I want to say anything in these situations. We should just sit back and watch.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to keep a hold of their stand. VeX is trying to do the classic VeX style where they're on the stand ready for the grab or ready for the kill, and Implosions gets the return on the VeX side. Wow. Big
I sort of
play,
feel
man.
like Trism GG was just left high and dry. Poor guy.
Yeah, he kind of got behind the structure there. That he was just out of line of sight out of his teammates, so they couldn't really make a play on the flag once it went down in the field. I don't know if it was Nitron that way, but yeah, it was in an awkward spot. Tasty Ham is coming in on a pretty slow over the left shoulder route here on the Blood Eagle side. Let's see if they can make anything happen here. Doesn't seem it. He's going to clear for another capper, which is going to be Kigabit, who's a little off-timed. So that's not going to help too much, except for stir up the defense a little bit.
What may the benefit here may be that they haven't seen Kigabit yet. Has he been spotted? Has he been spotted?
Not at all.
Is he coming in? Okay, ll-blu-j turns around and sees him, but Catabatic gets the kill, and there's the punt. It's sailing well over the aqueduct. Oh, actually, it lands at the... It doesn't sail over the aqueduct at all. It gets stuck on the very ledge, and Guitar Guy is moving this home. Muji's there to try to do some damage. So is Catabatic and... Mystical Rush. That name is so freaking hard to say. Mystical Rush, actually, I feel like he has gotten so many clutch returns for his team.
Oh, he has, and they all have, man. This has been clutch after clutch, and yeah, Comics moving in on this side here, but that was a really nice return. I think it was Lion GD that got the return. I can't be sure though.
Now Trism GG, has he been spotted? He's on going very quick, 300 back route here. Has he been spotted? I don't think so. There, he's out, and the Nitrons miss. No damage, no flag out of his hands. He's moving all the way home. Where is VeX? We could see the final cap right here, right now. Epidemic, can you do it? No, you can't. This is VeX you're playing against.
Dude, he missed the stand. He missed the flag. And then the mortar comes in. Here it goes. It's loose.
It's over.
They got it. Oh, wow, man. The crash coming there at the end. That was insane. That mortar, that Hail Mary mortar from the mid, that almost saved the day. But they were able to close it out there. Epi taking the game.
Dude, Remix, I gotta say, I'm casting this shit with a big old smile on my face. I probably shouldn't have said the swear word on the Tribes Ascend stream, but it's okay. I just love watching games like this. I'm having a blast. I hope you guys enjoyed that too. Epi will claim the #1 spot on TWL, the very, very, very prestigious ladder of Tribes Ascend, the sort of the core, the crux of Tribes competition over the last decade or so. And congratulations to Epi for taking that. And guys, we will be bringing the players in for interviews next. And VeX was able to take the last 2 matches against Epidemic. In this match, we got to see, VeX was able to choose 2 maps instead of just 1, being the higher seed, but yet Epidemic still comes out with the win in clutch, exciting, fun action. And I'm going to take a look at Mumble and see who we have in the server. And it looks like we have been joined by somebody.
Yo, Trism GG,
oh, what's up,
goddamn.
man?
Thank God we capped that at the end, or else I would have never heard the end of that. Jesus Christ.
What was going through your head when you narrowly missed capping that and they got the kill?
Goddamn, the whole mumble, just everybody screamed Trism at once, and I was just like, oh God, this is not happening to me. But yeah, thank God we capped it, and goddamn, that was nerve-wracking. GG's though.
So, all right, right off the bat, were there any big? Your play looked to be relatively similar in strategy and form to the last time you guys played versus VeX. Were there any major changes that you put through here that kind of passed under the radar?
Well, on the first map, we tried running more offense. It didn't really work for us too well because Implosions and Duck Ranger are pretty amazing on defense. So. Yeah, that didn't really work, so we just said abandon the shit and we'll go back to our old strats, and yeah, it looks like it worked for us.
Alright, we've also been joined by a couple others, Duck Ranger, ll-blu-j, and Tasty Ham in the server. Remix.
I see a request from Blitz to come in from the stream chat, folks. I don't know if Duck, if you want to grab him.
I don't think he feels like doing it tonight.
Definitely understood, Duck. Would you be willing to talk to like what you guys did in preparation for this match? Based off of the last game you guys had.
Preparation from last game to this game is a few scrims here and there. That's about it.
Okay, so nothing to cater to specifically to Epi strat, really. Just
no, just normal scrims.
Okay, interesting. Okay, was that the same for Trism for you guys over on the Epi side?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we scrimmed twice since the last match on, what was it, Saturday?
And those games could have gone either way. And based off of the way that it kind of started, we all didn't know. We were kind of sitting on the edge of our seats to see how it would all play out. And it was there was a lot of standoffs, long standoffs, extended standoffs, and can you guys kind of speak to what you had to change in order to create sort of a similar game that you had in your last game together?
Yeah, I think we pushed offense a little more on that that last map, so we try to throw them off with multiple cappers and not because Arx is such a fast map. If you get out, you're likely to cap it. So we kind of push 3 and 4-0 at times. You might not have seen that, but yeah, we actually did push 3 and 4-0 when we killed Tasty Him because we knew, and we kind of got punished for it because they would cluster play it out. So it was definitely tough, hard ranking.
Did that come during Arx? I'm sorry if I cut you off. Did that come during Arx? Because I did actually notice that. I think I even said it on stream.
Yeah, we did that during Arx on the last map because we knew that if we're gonna win, we're gonna have to get a little lucky and throw them off, confuse them, and hope they don't get the spot and just get the quick caps. Because anytime I was capping, like I was probably capping like 6 or 7 times, we were pushing 3-4-0. So, yep.
Oh, that's great to hear. For VeX, if you guys don't mind me asking, there was a post about, you guys maybe losing a player. Could you guys kind of speak to what is coming up for you guys, what the plan is moving forward?
Do you mean as a team or the disconnection right there?
No, just the team. If you guys plan on sticking it through, because of course the community would love to keep you guys around, man. You guys are great for the community, and those games could have gone either way. I know it's rough to deal with sometimes. I know that as a player, you guys did it to me, but what's the kind of plan?
Well, big thing is Implosions is leaving, and Naka left. It was just a group of friends that were playing. And now that I don't have that, I'm not so sure. I want to stick around to keep the team and the people who I'm friends with, like, able to play at the level they are, but not so sure anymore with Implosions gone.
I hear
you
that,
guys
man.
gotta stick around. Come on, you guys are great.
This is not
you-
because of
yeah.
this. This is something that Implosions has been going off to. I mean, it's not his fault either.
Any questions you had for these guys, Fish? Or would Tasty Man like to add?
To everyone listening right now, you better be practicing your LD skills, your LD chase skills, because it looks like a couple of teams are losing their star LD chase, like Mono and VeX as well. So yeah, a little bit less action this time around than the match you guys had earlier this week, but it's just always interesting for me to see how two teams that are running such different strategies sort of can almost complement each other in a way, and we definitely saw that in the second half of Arx Novena. So yeah, I don't exactly have any questions, but thanks for the great games, and congrats to Epi for finally taking a win against VeX.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you guys for casting, and good games to VeX, man. That last one was, oh my gosh, it was so intense, man.
Definitely a big shout out to VeX and to Epi for just putting on the great shows here for Tribes. You guys doing great work for the community and just developing the metagame. Definitely worth a shout out. Just want to salute you guys on that one.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and hopefully
Appreciate it.
VeX can stick around as well.
I'll
hate
figure
to
it
see a
out.
team like that, break up just because one person's leaving. So hopefully you guys can kind of iron out those little difficulties and get shit done, because it'll be a real shame. I think everybody loves seeing you guys. So yeah.
All right, so let's look a little bit towards the future. In the NA Tribes League, you've got Mono, ZFZ, and Ego are the teams that are seeded in. There are 5 more spots. I'd assume if VeX is able to stick around, both Epi and VeX will be qualifying for this. Is that correct?
There's a qualifier, so they'd have to earn it. Actually, Epi needs to sign up still.
Well,
looking
yeah.
for you guys on there. You guys need to still sign up for the gym fight too.
Yeah, we've been busy scrimming and stuff. We'll get on there for the deadline here. We may get everybody while we're online right now to get on.
Do it.
And one more thing I want to say is I'm gonna be interested to see how this new patch is gonna affect things as well, with blackout grenades and all that stuff. So that's gonna be interesting as well. Can't wait for that.
Hey, yeah, and the new maps is just gonna be a lot more fun for all the teams, I think.
Yeah. Might have to reevaluate the rule set with the
So
the new
just a
additions,
general
right?
question to anyone who wants to chime in. Listening to previous casts and sort of following the scene loosely, it seems like the top 5 or 6 teams in North America are pretty much interchangeable on any given day. I mean, when VeX beat Mono last week, that was considered a huge upset. But now everyone's saying like, oh, VeX is like one of the best teams, and now they go down to ePidemic, and funnily enough, neither VeX or Epi are one of the seeded teams in NATL. So would you guys say that, you know, there's a clear leader in the pack of the current North American Tribes teams, or is it really, you know, anyone can win anytime?
Probably ACD, if any team.
I actually think Mono. I think they're still probably once they get their. I know they've been going through roster change. I still think they'll be the team to beat with their old roster. So we're looking forward to trying to play them and seeing how they bounce back, because I mean they've always been a really strong team, and so we're looking forward to seeing them.
Oh, for sure. I think that's another reason why I would hate to see a team like VeX leave the scene right now. I've seen just more competition across the board right now in Tribes than I've seen in a long time. I think we all have, and it's really exciting. I definitely wouldn't want to see any hindrance at all in that moving forward. So with that said, it is up for grabs. I'm a big fan of the football saying, any given Sunday. It's the same thing for Tribes, man. Any given game. It's like whoever plays better that day. I mean, these two teams are the perfect example of that. They have back and forth games, and really it could go any way. There were plenty of times where there was that last second return where it could have been a cap, and talent up, exactly.
Yeah, and hopefully Tao gets a team together with Icarus for this NA Tribes tournament. That would be really exciting.
I hear that's in full swing. Is from my
Is it
impression.
up already? Are they signed up?
Oh, yes.
Not yet, but I think they're working towards it.
Right.
Hey guys, well I gotta say thanks personally for letting me cast as well. Being a opposing competitor, I really do. I love Tribes, and you guys put on some great shows. So definitely shout out to both teams, and thank you for the great games.
Yeah, thanks for the cast. I mean,
The cast, thanks for
Jeez.
VeX for bringing new meta, and don't die VeX.
New meta.
Oh my God, what is this? Positivity in the Tribes community. Whoa.
It's a new day for Tribes, and there's much more to come, guys. So please stick around in the community
Stay
and
tuned.
stick with us through this. This is still one of the funnest, if not the funnest, first-person shooters to play right now. So if you're interested at all in getting in the comp scene, there's gonna be some big news for anybody new trying to get into the scene. You're gonna be able to unlock all weapons and just hop right into the competitive scene and pick up games and start catching up to how it's played. And please join us, because it's a lot of fun.
Join us. Playapug.com if you'd like to get into the pug scene. Definitely go check out it's natribes.com/league to get the lowdown on the upcoming league. Definitely make sure to go subscribe to the Tribes subreddit, reddit.com/r/tribes. And I think that's about it for me. I would like to give it out to one person from each team. If you want to give a last shout out before we wrap up here, I'll let you guys do that. Let's start with VeX.
I'd like to give a shout out to Meatboat, Tau B team. Still too strong. Shout out Telemar and Clout are in the stream there, but totally forgot to give a shout out to Meatboat last time, so there it is.
And there it is.
All right, any shout outs from Epi?
ll-blu-j, take it away, my man.
I guess shout out to Alakabon, man. We won this for you, buddy. Finish up school and come on back. And just shout out to all the guys that's trying to keep Tribes alive. I really don't have too much other than that. So thanks for watching.
And,
Thanks
I'll
for
make
casting.
that.
The casters, Fish Sticks, Remix. I'm glad to see Fish Sticks back in the community. You were gone a little bit, buddy, but glad to see you back. And David Bowie and Dodgepong and all of Ego. You guys are doing a real great job with the casting and the production value. And, Brick, Pragmalis, Quam. Good to see Brick back in the competition scene. Even though it's not playing, he's still doing a great job with the cameras. And, let's keep this shit going. GG's.
Yep, definitely. Remix, any last words for you, and then I will do the honors of ending the stream.
Nothing, man, except I am anxious to play more Tribes. Like, just watching you guys makes me want to compete, man. I just want to play. So please, VeX, push through it if you can. And I'm looking forward to seeing both you guys in upcoming events.
All right,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Well, this has been Fish Sticks and Remix with the help of the wonderful Dodge Pong casting crew. Big shout outs to Brick and Prag Malice, the guys who are running the cameras. Big shout outs to High Res for the awesome game and working on NA Tribes League. I think it's got a lot of potential. And shout outs to all of you, everyone watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be signing out. Make sure to follow the channel. Click the follow button on the top left of your screen. And you'll be finding more Tribes Ascend action here on Dodge Pong's channel, as well as the Tribes Ascend Twitch TV channel. Oh, one more thing before I leave. You can go to twitch.tv/team/TAPros, stands for Tribes Ascend Pros. I made this little stream directory quite some time ago. So that's where you can find all the Tribes players streaming, although I don't really know how many stream these days. But that's it for me, Fish Sticks. I'm going to sign out on this positive note, and definitely I'm probably going to go watch the second half of Arx Novena again, because that was just so freaking awesome. And I'll see you guys next time for hopefully some more Tribes casting, NATL, TWL, whatever. And enjoy your evenings, folks.
Good games.